What's going on, guys? It is Shay here. Welcome back to another video, and today, everybody, I'm going to be talking about a little bit of something. Now, even though I don't have an audience or anything like that, or, I don't really, no one really knows who I am on YouTube, I'm just going to go and put this out here. I've been thinking about this freaking thing for quite some time now, and the question is, should I start selling the props that I make? Now, the reason why I say this is because my freaking, the storage for my props is starting to become a little too big. And I really need to, make up room for new props to go in and come forward. Even I have props currently that are, like, I have a whole box full of freaking. Actually, you know what? Let me get that right quick so that way everybody can see that. I'm going to get that right. I'm going to get that. Oh, no, headphones hit the ground. So here's the box. And this box literally consists of like early props of my current ones, props that I don't use anymore, and some of these are just toys. Like this thing, for instance. Freaking VZ61 Scorpion, like what, Gel Blaster, I think? I don't remember what this was, but I can't rack it back and do the little clicking thing. Got this thing. This freaking Glock 18 as a Gel Blaster. These are things I got from like a local store, not like a local store, but from some discount store or whatever. I'm like, maybe I could probably make use them as props, but not really. We got so like at least only or about four of these guns in here are toys. These two are no exception either. Shouldn't I have my computer? We have this 5.7, which is kind of useless to me now because I hate it knowing how big the actual 5.7 really is. But yeah, we got that. We got SP shooter props. This one is actually, I think this one used to be, all of my SP shooter props I've actually used before. I've used this one in old skits of Soichiro. We got the other SP shooter props here. This was my favorite one at one point. Like, this is cool looking. And the very first one. I want to trash this so freaking bad, but I don't know, dude. I mean, this just marks the first time I've ever made an SP shooter. Like, but the paint peels off so much. We got a freaking stunt prop of the LT57 blaster pistol. We got a prop that I got from Senpai 3D off of Etsy. This is a wingman that I never actually customized. I kind of lost interest in the wingman. We got another SP shooter prop here. I have, in this box right here, I have 5 SP shooters. And these are all pretty much early iteration. Well, this is the earliest, of course. Like this one right here, the one I'm wiggling. This is the most earliest. This was my third. Yeah, all these freaking props. I have a data knife. I have a Ruger, what is this, P90 pistol. That's what this is. I've only used this in a video once, and that was the opening skit to my Beretta 92 prop review. We got a data knife, which is, I think, 2 years old now. But yeah, all these props in here, dude, I really need to free up space in this box. And I don't want to free up space of these by just throwing these props out. I really want to, like, for some of these, I want to, like, give these away or, like, maybe sell them for a reasonable price. Like, I really want to sell SP shooter props, mostly due to the fact that there is, if not no SP shooter, like, props ever really made. Like, there are none. And if you find one, then if not, the person who made it is, if not selling it, and if they are selling it, they're probably selling it for a crazy amount of freaking money. But due to the fact that if I were to sell these props, and props like these or whatever, I'll be selling them for at least about 25, 30 bucks maybe, especially like handguns like this, like real life handguns and stuff. Like I'll be like charging at least about, maybe 30 bucks for this stuff because all these are going to be automatically painted. And as with entry, they're cardboard. I mean, they're not easy. I mean, they're not hard to paint whatsoever. They're not, well, unless it depends on what kind of gun you're talking about. They're not hard to make. But yeah, dude, I have all these freaking props that I have no idea what to do with. I mean, I know I could still use these for stunt props, especially this one. This is like my typical stunt prop that I use for the SP shooter all the time, so that way the one on my shelf does not get messed up. So yeah, and then I have more props there over there on my shelf, and that my shelf also needs to get cleaned off as well. But I really want to like sell a lot of the props that I have. Now, some of the props that I really can't freaking let go, like the Westside 35 prop that is on my shelf, same with the SP shooter prop. Like that one is like mine. But some of my props, dude, I'm actually really willing to sell them. Like, if you give me a pretty reasonable, because of course they won't be so accurate to the actual props, but I do know how hard it is to, like, I don't know why, but it seems really hard to open up like a shop where I can sell those props at. But what the hell would I name that shop though? I don't even know. But another question is, will people actually buy the props? Like, will people really be out here buying cardboard props, like cardboard, like, props, like of like guns and stuff? I don't make swords. I really want to make a sword, but I have a feeling like, since I play around my props sometimes, well, almost all the time, let's just say, I'm not afraid to admit that. Like, I'm afraid that it might end up like snapping, like the blade might end up snapping or whatever. But I don't know. I really want to freaking sell some of my props because not, oh yeah, like, oh yeah, he just wants freaking money. No, I really want to sell them, so that way I can make people happy about some of the props that they make. Now, I would also really like to see if I could do like maybe commissions for props or something like that, but I don't know how well that's gonna go because, as I said, like, I don't even know if people are even gonna buy like, cardboard props. Maybe I'm pretty sure some people probably would like buy cardboard props. As it depends on the quality of it. But I also will say this though, I actually have talked about this before in the past. And not necessarily a single video on it. I've actually mentioned it in a few videos, but I haven't really talked about it like like literally have like its own video on, oh yeah, should I do this, but I would really like to like open up my own shop, maybe Etsy at most, and just sell some of my props that are up there because as I said, I can make some killer freaking props. It's just that I don't know if people are actually gonna buy them because I don't know how people will react of them getting a cardboard like prop or just getting a prop that is made out of cardboard and then it messes up on them. The whole thing of having like a prop that's made out of cardboard is, as long as you don't really try to screw up the gun or don't try to, fix it if it's not broke or anything like that, then it's pretty much okay. Or if you take good care of it and stuff like that. And it's even funnier because, like, if anybody who could buy my prop or anybody who will buy my props, they could buy them, and if the paint starts fading away, just get the paint that I'd recommend, and that's like literally that 50-cent freaking paint. As I said, I use really cheap stuff for my props, mind you. I don't use any of this like it is expensive bullshit. I don't really care what you give me. Just give me some acrylic paint, the right colors, some paint brushes, and some cardboard, if at most some really durable cardboard, and I can make a really good freaking prop for you. So pretty much that's really all I wanted to talk about because I don't know, like, just selling my props. I've always wanted to, like, ever since I've actually started making, like, oh, I forgot about this pistol. Like, ever since I've been making props like this. This is a penetrator, Luxon penetrator pistol from Star Wars. Blaster pistol. Ever since I started making my props like this, dude, I've always wanted to start selling them because, I mean, as I said, maybe some people might not react well when it comes to like my props or whatever, like, like having cardboard props, but I don't know, dude. Like, I could easily like sell this stuff, but I really need to kind of like look more. What the hell? But I could really like, like, I know it's probably gonna take a minute for me before I'm actually able to like, freaking, like, if I'm actually able to, like, open up a shop and get some of these props up here. Now, I don't want none of my freaking crappy props, dude. Now, some of my crappy props, they can get thrown in the trash. I don't care about them. But some props that I really like, as I said, like some of my other props that's on my shelf over there, like, I don't want to, throw those away, and then they might have actually been like of some use to me, like, or maybe even of some use to somebody else. I got distracted for a second. I'm sorry about that, but yeah, I've been wanting to talk about this for a long time right now, like for a long time now, and I don't know, dude. I don't know, like, if I really should sell them or whatever. I really want to sell them. Like for some props, and for some props it'll be an exception. I remember at one point I actually tried opening up my Etsy store, like an Etsy store, to sell an Arc Star, like a Arc Star prop that I had, which I ended up throwing in the trash. I think some years after that. But I tried making an Etsy store and tried listing a Arc Star prop up there. I don't even know how much I even, like how much I even made, for whatever. But like how much I tried charging people for that. I don't know. I tried making it and I still got quite some time like and quite some ways to go before I'm probably even able to do something like this. But I would really want to sell my props, dude. And as I said, maybe if there's a way I could commission props, like people are like, oh yeah, they pay me to make one, I'll make you one, and so it depends on whichever one you freaking want. I'll find the reference photos for it, maybe get as much, and if it's for like stuff that I'm really interested in, like Super Sentai, Power Rangers, JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, um, Star Wars, any of that stuff, dude, then I'll definitely be able to freaking do it. I will definitely be able to like make the prop. However, though, some of my props, they take like if we're talking about revolvers and stuff, especially at my rate right now, like due to the fact I'm kind of lazy sometimes when it comes to making my props, especially when it comes to painting them. And when it comes to that, the rate and when I make my props is usually between a day or two. If I have the enough energy to actually do it, it usually takes about maybe like about 2 days at most. But if I'm lazy and do it, it's probably going to take at least about 3 to 5 days to make. But yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it, dude. I really wanted to talk about this because, as I said, I really want to make some. I really want to make some props and if, and sell them to people because if everybody else out here can make a freaking prop. I can 3D print props and stuff like that because I'm not gonna have the money whatsoever to 3D print props or like to get a 3D printer and do that stuff. And even if I do, I don't freaking know how to work a 3D printer. So I'm gonna stick with my old route and make my props out of cardboard or at most something like this. So that's gonna be pretty much it for this video. I just really wanted to talk about this. It's been on my mind for quite some time now, and it just came back up in my head. That's the reason why I made this video. That it just came back up in my head when I was sitting here talking to a friend on Discord. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.